All right.
Okay. Ooh, cozy.
All right.
Look at you.
I wonder if I can
Oh. I feel like you're not going to see my little pig head.
What about mine?
You can totally see yours.
Yeah, just put the nose like on the right here on your forehead.
Oh my god, that's going to destroy my hair. Okay, hold on. My hood is like not as long as yours.
I feel like it's the same. I'm just really over. All right.
How's my hair?
It's good. Yeah. What about mine?
I can't see it, so it's good.
And the raccoon's good.
Yeah. You look trashy.
You look muddy.
Are you going to be like fat?
That would make more sense.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking like
today.
what pigs are, in the mud.
Fat. Oh.
Fat pig. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Caden wanted to do his raccoon suit today, and he texted me and said, "Be the pig." So
well,
here
yeah,
I am.
we were searching, and I think it was like one of the first three we saw.
I just was like, "Oh, there's a kangaroo.
It
There's
looks
a pig.
good,
And you were like,
"You
"Be
look
the
so
pig."
comfy.
I am actually so comfy.
I wish I got a bigger size.
No, it's
But
so cute.
let's start this off maybe with your best impression of what you are, dude, and your iPad matches.
Oh, so on brand. Millennial pink.
I should have got the pig too.
Oink oink. What do you got? Oh, you have some
That's
trash.
kind of raccoony.
Yeah.
All right.
Why is it covering your chin like that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Are you
you. I would have been
comfortable?
stuck like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been so embarrassing.
Quick shout out to Tanya.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Tanya.
Once again, SO Coffee House is slapping.
She makes the best SO.
Yes, so. All right.
Delish. Okay. Halloween season is here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And you know what? Logan and I, last time I talked about the show Fall of the House of Usher, we started
talked
it.
about last
I hate
night.
that you guys work together because everything I want to say to you,
guys
he says before I can.
We're starting binging it. And
we fully have binged it. We have 2 episodes left. There's 8. They're an hour each.
I read the synopsis
and it's that good.
I mentioned to Logan, I was surprised that you were watching it because I heard it's gory. But he was like saying that like you anticipated it and you're like, oh.
No, I fully had the pillow in front of my eyes and was like, is it still showing it? And I look over his face and he's like,
but the way it's shot or something, he was saying,
it is
like,
beautiful. The composition, the framing,
acting.
It is stunning. The acting is good. The writing is good.
And I think it's from 2020.
No, it just came out. It just came out.
Really, 2023.
2023 came out like a month ago, if that. And it's like charting in the top at Netflix, and it's a Netflix original. It is so, so good. What?
Heard that.
No, but I recommend it. Like, I am a scaredy cat, but I still loved and look forward to watching it. But I will say we've been having some spookiness around the house since we started it. And I have a theory that when you watch things like that, you open yourself up to it and you become a little bit more susceptible. And it's almost like you're letting spirits know, like, I don't know, it's like you're welcoming it in.
Talk to me. Remember that movie?
Oh my God, no.
Same
yes,
thing.
Exactly.
I let you in, and they're like,
it's so gnarly.
It is gnarly.
But last night, Logan told me that he had a sleep paralysis experience, and he hasn't had that. Oh, you're going to tell me he already told you that too?
No.
He
every time you say something, I want to like feed off of it because
go ahead.
But no, you gotta finish that.
Okay. So he said that last night. I mean, first of all, Sienna, she always sleeps through the night, and last night at like 1:00 in the morning, she woke up and was crying, and I was like, "That's so weird. She never wakes up in the middle of the night." You can't take me seriously.
You're big nose, dude.
I know.
I love it. All right, keep going.
Okay. Okay, so she was waking up in the middle of the night crying, which is very unlike her. And then we got her back down. Logan said that later in the morning, probably close to like, the devil's hour, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
He said that he just woke up, like eyes open, and thought I was like trying to choke him. He literally said that he was paralyzed, could not move. His hands were like up here by his neck, and that he just felt like pressure, like right here on his chest. And this was like
last night.
Last night, and he said that he was like.
Have you had sleep paralysis before?
Multiple times.
What is it like for you?
Terrifying. For me, I mean, I'll tell you, I have like on here, I have had a really bad sleep paralysis experience. But anyways, Logan said that when you like look at a window and close your eyes, you see the imprint of the window like in negative because the light.
Yes.
We have like the moonlight pretty bright through our window. So he said that he looked at the window. When he closed his eyes, he saw the imprint of the window as well as figures standing in front of it. Silhouettes. Yep. And I was like, you need to stop telling me this because I'll never sleep again. But he said he eventually went back to sleep. But just the fact that he has never had that happen to him.
What happens to you when you get paralysis, though?
When I got sleep paralysis, this was at our Santa Creek house, which to me was haunted AF. Yeah. So haunted.
That whole area. I mean, a lot of Arizona with all the...
Well, it was Old Vale. It was pre-development Vale. It was just the QT, and this may even been before the Dairy Queen.
2004. No, the only thing that was there was a Quick Mart.
Yeah, that was it. Quick Mart, not even a QT.
No.
Whoa.
Quick Mart, that was it.
Yeah, and so...
Remember their pizza?
Ew. No, I've never gotten pizza from a gas station.
Continue.
I just remember waking up and feeling, obviously you're paralyzed, can't move. And it is so scary because it's like you feel a presence. It's not just like, oh, I can't move and I'm like, I feel asleep still. It's like you feel a presence and you feel an overwhelm and you feel physical pressure on your body as if someone, so for me, it felt like somebody was laying on top of me, like pushing me into the bed. And I was like being restrained almost. And it was like, you're literally like.
I feel like mine is more of like a body seizure. Like not where like I'm moving, but like my eyes are open, but I'm like locked. Like I'm trying to yell or something, like you just can't move. Like your body's just locked.
Yeah.
And like.
How often does that happen to you?
I used to have it a couple times here when I lived here, but
no way.
Yeah.
Ew, maybe this apartment
has
some.
A sage thing.
We need a sage, yeah. Especially after watching the show. That's the thing. This show is dark. Like the whole thing is dark and demonic-ish. And that's not my favorite, but it's just such well-made content that I can't look away, you know? Except for the scary parts, I do look away. Episode 2, that's all I gotta say.
But the pilot starts off strong.
Pilot so strong. You know what is going on like at the very beginning, and it's like he's telling a story, like taking you back through time of the events that happened the 2 weeks prior. So it's like you know everything that happened at the beginning, and then you're going back in time to figure out why is this happening.
I was about to start it, but it was like midnight, and I was like, I know if I start it,
you won't. Yeah.
From what I heard, I'll be up late watching.
He and I have had a couple of really late nights because we're like, we just can't stop. So good. What other paranormal stuff has happened to you?
Paranormal. I mean, I feel like those are the only movies that really get me.
Get
me. Like
you.
When people say, "Oh, it's so scary," like Conjuring,
yeah.
It's just the ones that low key are more realistic.
Yes.
And I definitely think maybe not to the extent of like the series of Paranormal Activities, those movies. But those first couple scared the shit out of me.
Right. After a while, it was like, okay, you're just reusing.
It's just that eeriness, like where she just sits there.
Yes.
And like the camera.
And doesn't recall.
Like
like doesn't remember getting up.
And then killing her whole family. And then
like, that part.
The very first one where she dragged him down the stairs.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's just that camera.
Yes.
And you're just hearing it. It's like, I don't know, that feeling of uncertainty and
lack of control as well. Like if you're like being possessed, like yikes.
And you also have no idea. Yeah, I don't think the very first one was predictable because you didn't see where it was.
No, it was so original. You know what really scared me?
And the way it was shot, yeah.
The Grudge.
Oh, yeah.
And literally just the hair, the noises, like whatever it was, so gnarly to me. And I think I was watching maybe just scary movies too young, but I just, for a while, that movie, I kept thinking, I think there's a scene, is it Sarah Michelle Gellar that's in it?
Couldn't tell you.
So she's showering, she reaches back, and a hand is coming out the back of her head, like grabs her hand. Am I making that up?
No, I think
because
you're right.
Every time I showered after seeing it, I literally was terrified of washing my hair because I was scared of feeling a hand. And speaking of which, I watched Sixth Sense a little too young, I think.
That was a good one as far as
just the shock of like seeing the dead body, like, dun, like, oh, there's people hanging from the ceiling all of a sudden, like, dun, like, oh, the girl under the bed throwing up. Like, those things scare me so much.
Girl in the car, that dead bicyclist comes by.
Yes, exactly. Those things just. So when I had first seen that, I just remember I literally was not able to shower by myself. I would make someone sit on the toilet and talk to me the entire time while I took a shower because I was just so scared to be
definitely
alone.
Feel like though as you get older, like it's way easier to handle. Like you can fall asleep easier.
Yes.
Kind of like what scared me a lot was, I know it was kind of a happy ending, but The Village.
Well, it's really so scary creepy. Before you like know, but then it's almost disappointing at the end because it's like concepts. I feel manipulated. I was scared and I didn't need to be.
Yeah, true.
You know, but that is a great. I like that movie. A lot of people don't like it.
I did try to dig deep down in the brain and find out
the archives.
Like if I've had a personal, like if I've seen something move, but I mean, I have 2 scary stories that has occurred to me, but it's funny that both were when I was on shrooms.
Oh my gosh.
The bear story, and then
I wouldn't say that's paranormal though. That's just like you're being crazy and irresponsible and getting yourself in some crazy situations.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Kaden almost got mauled by a bear while he was on shrooms. Not really.
I was running away from harmless bears, really. In that area, they're so used to humans. People. This is Mammoth I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more creepy, but yeah, first on the spooky theme. I mean, I guess the only other time I've seen a ghost was when I was really young, and I don't know why. It's like I just like kind of woke up right away and felt sick, and then like I was sharing a bed. This is when I was sharing the same bed as Jordan.
Oh, whoa!
On that futon, remember that?
Do you remember that futon? I don't remember you guys sharing a bed.
I don't know why.
Did you want to, or did you? I
don't
need
remember.
To?
I think we needed to. Maybe I wanted to. I was young. This is probably like
there were enough rooms in the house.
This was probably
or enough beds
4th
at least.
grade. Yeah, I don't know. But
maybe you wanted to.
Yeah, I just woke up, felt so sick, and I turned over. And then Jordan woke up and he saw me and he knew I was about to throw up and he just jumped straight up, went straight to the room, and I just went, bleh! And then right when I looked up, I just saw like this floating white figure, definitely like resembling a body, but like it was like up in the air, like closer to the ceiling than the floor.
Oh my gosh, the way I'm literally getting chills right now.
Yeah. And then
but was it a comforting feeling of like someone's looking over you, or were you scared at the time?
Yeah, I think it was more comforting.
Especially when it's a nice white light, it's like, oh, instead of like a dark shadow. That's where it's like scary.
I mean, I remember one time, I think I had sleep paralysis, and it seemed like it was just a black Labrador, like, or a massive, like a scary, maybe like a Doberman, not a Doberman.
A dog.
Yeah, like a Great Dane, but like just like this close to my face when I woke up, like my eyes when you can't move, and like I'm in bed and it's like at the edge of my bed, just like right in my face.
You're kidding.
And I remember like I audibly woke up and yelled. And this was like when I was living in Oro Valley with mom and dad.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting like just.
And what's weird about that is when Jordan had a quick transition into his place, so he stayed like for a week at that place. Like on an air mattress, like across the room from me. So it was like both creepy times.
Yeah.
Jordan was there.
Whoa, I wonder what that
But that was, I remember like seeing it was like a scary dog, just like nose to nose. And I couldn't move. And then I just, when I try, when you're trying to move, and you eventually wake up.
Paralysis.
Or, get out of it.
Snap out of it.
I yelled and I was like, oh shit. And I wake anyone up.
My heart is literally racing because I am remembering just all the stuff that happened to me at Cienega Creek.
Oh
there
my
was a
God. Or
lot
having to go to the
there.
bathroom, I would like sometimes look over like we had like a massive foyer and it's just darkness. And I'm just
Yep.
like, you
And the
just feel,
staircase,
oh my God.
I'd heard in the middle of the night steps up and down the staircase when I knew for a fact everyone was asleep, and even corroborated that with Jordan. Like, did you hear that? He completely did. And I mean,
It's
maybe
creaky too.
they're very creaky
The whole
steps.
hallway.
Yes. And my room was at the very back end of the hallway.
This was
so
a
I felt
massive
like,
house. This is 3,600 square feet.
I mean, probably at least,
Yeah, it was
right?
in almost
2-story.
4,000 square feet.
Yeah. And yeah, my room
It's
was the
so dark.
furthest away, and there was no way I was ever going to go out of my room to like go anywhere in the house at night. Like, I was going to stay in that hall corner. If I ever had to get up to pee or get water, it's like, nope.
That's what sucked. Yeah, if you had to get water from the fridge
Absolutely
downstairs.
not. That is like a mile away.
And it's like
through the ghosts.
very, yeah, very
Excuse me.
brave thing you have to do.
Yeah, I would get sleep paralysis there. There was one time, even before that, like Rita Ranch, I'd had a couple. One time I was sleeping and I just, when you can just feel a presence, like you don't see anything, you just feel something watching you potentially. So I just remember like trying to sleep, and I was so scared. I don't even know why. I think this was even a daytime nap. So it was like light outside. And I put the covers over my head because I was just so, so, so fearful. And I heard audibly, that one. I literally was shaking. I was so, so, so scared. But I 100%
Wasn't there like
heard that.
Like a lot of like when we take pictures there, like a lot of orbs.
Tons of orbs. Yes, totally. Another one was when I was sleeping. I don't know what house it was. Doesn't really matter. But I felt the blankets on the edge of the bed start to get pulled down. I'm not kidding. Like a little, just like a little bit. Not enough to where I'm like having to pull it back up, but it was like just enough to where I'm like, and I just felt like some like creepy, like almost like, it's weird for me to, because I feel like some people just don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me when I don't physically see things to like justify it. But it's like, it felt like a female presence at the foot of my bed was like just a little bit scooting it. And then at a separate time, I felt like all of a sudden as if a dog was laying in bed with me and was laying on my feet. Like a large body laying on my like ankles and feet.
And this is all the very first Sierra Creek house.
I mean, I don't even remember at this point, but that was just like, I kind of think that if you say out loud, like, go away, no thank you, you're not welcome here, like they have no choice but to listen to that. Like I feel like we do have a say in like,
I always think about like
our
a white
experience.
bubble and then it expands. And
like pushes them out. Yeah, totally. I do believe that to an extent they have to listen. But
I did that a lot at that house. I was like,
please go away.
White bubble.
Please leave me alone.
Don't come in.
I know. Oh gosh, I'm getting scared. I'm sweating a little bit.
There's some, yeah. That's another thing when you mention about like when you feel a presence on psychedelics. Maybe not. It could be in a negative or positive way, but you feel that a lot. Like I remember I was like with friends, and it's like it feels like
eyes on you.
Someone else is here. Like who are we missing?
Oh,
like you just keep like thinking like
really?
Who are we missing? I've had that, and then you kind of get like freaked out because you're like,
yeah,
we're not missing anyone.
That's scary.
But you feel like someone's there, but they're not, right?
Right, but you
some energy
don't see
is,
them.
but yeah.
Yikes! Have you ever seen like an apparition or paranormal like figure while on shrooms?
No. It's easy to make up like a lot. It's easy to make up faces in your peripherals. Like you can feel this wall right here, and you feel like there's eyes. Like you just feel like you're being watched, or there's definitely energy or presence.
I have another little story, if I may.
Yeah.
Okay, so one time I went with a family as a nanny to Lake Tahoe. This was when I lived in LA. And they took me to Lake Tahoe, and we went water skiing all together. I mean, I was not able to stand, but I attempted to water ski, and our instructor was there and was like, we were all swimming around in the lake, la-di-da, having a great time. Right after that, I just felt like, I don't know what the word is, overwhelmed, I guess. I don't know. That night when I had my own room, I was sleeping, I could not sleep. I just felt like I was like suffocating from all of this presence, I guess. And again, some people may not believe, but I do not care. In my mind's eye, I could see in the dark like 100 floating heads just surrounding me, wanting to communicate with me. Like, no, me, no, me, like wanting to talk to me. And I'm like, I literally cannot handle this right now. I was panicked. I was panicking. I had to text mom and dad and be like, you guys need to help me out. Like, I am so scared right now. Like, there is definitely like presence like in my room. I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. I'm terrified. Come to find out, the next day, the locals believe that there are hundreds of preserved dead bodies at the bottom of the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly due to the mob getting rid of
LA.
bodies. Yes. How crazy is that? And they're preserved because the high altitude, the cold water, it makes it really difficult to rescue if there's ever, like, there's no rescue missions. It's also the second deepest lake in the United States.
It's very deep.
So there's no rescue missions taking place. Imagine how many, over centuries, the amount of bodies that have been dumped in that lake. And me being in that lake, I literally felt like I just was like a magnet, many attached to me. And then that night, they were just like all up in my room.
That's the worst feeling though. Like,
it was so scary.
In a lake or an ocean when you're just like, you don't know, like.
Something just be grabbing at your toes.
Depth drop.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Water is so scary.
Yeah. Again, it's just so the unknown.
Scared. I know. That is like, and again, these things feel so intangible that it's like, where's the proof? You know, but it's like, I know what I felt. And I was just asking mom and dad to do like a little like clearing, like clear the room.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it though. I mean, everyone has their own like experiences of just like frozen
in fear.
Heart.
I've also multiple times, even in this apartment, have like woken up out of nowhere in the middle of the night and seen just like a shadow man or figure standing next to me. And at one time I was like, is that what I'm seeing? You know what I mean? You're like, wait.
Oh yeah.
Like you're blinking like, is that what I'm seeing?
And you're like, no way.
And then literally like came into my face.
You naughty ghost. You dirty girl.
You dirty boy. I did not even know.
Your action too. Literally came in my face.
Boom. Right all over me. Anyways.
Oh my gosh. No, but I do get that too. Like I have a tower oscillating fan in my apartment and I'll wake up in the night too and it's like,
what is
that
it?
A man? Yeah.
A short man.
Well, it's still.
Shadi. Yeah. Get out. Get out. Right
Get out,
now.
midget.
I have just a couple jokes. That I want to.
Is it like Halloween themed?
Yeah. Ghosty themed, since we're a little on the theme of ghosties. Are you about to ask AI for some jokes? Because you're jealous that I'm pulling all the laughs. Okay. When do ghosts drink coffee?
Oh, when do ghosts drink coffee? I can't tell you.
In the morning.
In the moaning?
Mm-hmm. Moaning. Ghosts
moan?
Yes, ghosts. Ooh.
I would say like a zombie.
That's a moan.
When a zombie gets coffee. In the
Okay, fine. I guess I'll cross that one out. Okay.
Why don't ghosts like rain on Halloween?
Why?
Because it dampens their spirits.
Oh my god. On that note, why do ghosts love elevators?
Because
it lifts their spirits.
Oh, all right.
Do you have any more? Okay, I'll do another one. How do ghosts stay in shape?
All ghosts, huh?
By exercising. That's all for me.
That's good.
Okay.
I could probably just do one more. Oh, shit.
I guess these were inappropriate enough for you to think they're funny.
Yeah, right. I guess dirty jokes are funny. Yeah. No, these are kind of
lame.
Why did the vampire go to the doctor?
Why?
Because he was coughing.
Cool. Cool story.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, just to stay on the theme of paranormal activity, I pulled some Reddit ghost stories that I want to tell.
You mean all the people that emailed us, right?
All the submissions we received. These are...
You guys are great.
I will say that these are submissions. They were from the last couple months, so they're not
cool.
like old. But I was doing it at night. I tried a couple times to look up these stories and find good ones. I kept getting scared. I kept like, as I was reading them, like, oh no, too scary. Next one. So these are not terribly scary, but I picked them because they seemed realistic. And when they're realistic, they're not over dramatic or over exaggerated, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, like I could, these are true. I believe these. One of them, I don't know. I'll get your opinion. Are you ready? Maybe I should have a little sip of coffee though.
Yeah.
I don't want to
hold
get
your
all
horses.
watered down. Yep. Hold please.
Strap in. Strap on.
For the Ghost Rider. That's a terrible movie, wasn't it?
Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
I love Nicolas Cage though.
Can you do an impression of him? I feel like I used to.
I lost my head. I lost my bride.
I was
Johnny
more
has
like.
His head.
Oh no, I can't.
Moonstruck. Ugh.
Something about Declaration of Independence. Or...
Oh, what's the line? I'm gonna steal the Declaration.
That's actually that used to, or like if we probably watched it now, it'd probably be so bad.
Loved that,
but it was really good. I think I saw it in the theaters. Yeah.
So good. Okay.
Here we go.
In 2009, I was 8. My aunt went missing along with 2 other girls. The other 2 girls had been found deceased, but my aunt had not been found yet. After a while of the police not being able to find her, my mom, grandma, grandpa, and my other aunt went to go search where the other 2 girls were found. It had already been searched, but they wanted to go again. I stayed home with my dad in my room watching TV when it suddenly got really cold. I looked in his chair beside my bed, and my missing aunt is sitting right there. The only thing she said was, "They're coming." I still have no idea what that meant, but after I got scared and ran out of my room, I told my dad, and not even 2 minutes later, my dad got a call from my mom saying that they found her. Still freaks me out to this day.
Oh.
Whew. Gnarly. Can you? The thing that I can't is the seeing. The seeing. Like, I don't want to see it.
The aunt says they're
coming. Like
the spirits, or
no, like probably that the search party is gonna find the body. Like they're coming. But it's like, why do you gotta let me know that? Like, my mom's about to let me know that they found you. You ain't gotta come scare me.
Or your dad.
Tell me. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
that's awful.
That's just so scary. And it's like, this girl was 8 when it happened. Clearly, it was like that vivid of a memory to now in 2023 be like, still telling that story. Faded. Yeah, that is so scary. I never want to see a physical apparition. That is just like, I think I would pass out. I think I would pass out. Yeah. Okay, next story. My dog and I were in my room trying to fall asleep, and as we were winding down, I usually turn off the lights to my room, and my dog climbs under the covers and nestles next to me. So I turned out the lights, and I expected my dog to do his normal routine and get comfortable under the covers, but something else occurred. He grew anxious, pacing around my bed's edge, looking around the room. This didn't scare me, as he usually had periodic issues with getting comfortable, so I picked him up, put him under the covers, and he decided to climb back out of the covers and stare into the corner of my room. Dogs always know. Dogs always know. This freaked me out, so I called his name. Too. Yes, animals. They sense. They have better senses than us.
And babies, right? When they're like,
I mean, yeah, babies. They're more. They're like more connected.
To some stuff.
Yes, I do. Yes, we're getting sidetracked. But Sienna was always looking up, talking.
You can read those just a little bit slower too.
Okay, just for you to like.
Yeah, I'm trying to set the scene. And...
Okay, this freaked me out. So I called his name and he didn't respond. Instead, he began to low growl. All I could see was the faint outline of the different objects in my room, so I was scared. He kept growling. I decided to speak out into the darkness and say, "Whatever, whoever you are not welcome and you're asked to leave." My dog's head followed something I couldn't see towards the door and stared at the door for a second and then came to snuggle under the covers. Let's just say I didn't sleep well. Heinous. To see them like, okay, you can leave. And then the dog's head follows him out the door.
Oh, God. Or just like, yeah, dogs staring at into like darkness, yes. Or like just
like alert.
Still. Yeah.
Not like alert.
Reminds me of something that actually was kind of scary was in June Lake. I lived in a trailer, right? And it was that little canyon we were in of the lake. It can get really windy. So it'd be obviously there's so much noise happening and you can hear the trailer would move and stuff. But some nights when I get home late, because it's so dark out there, obviously there's no light pollution. I remember like sometimes my power would go out or something, so I had to go outside and fucking reset the breaker at the
and you
main
were like
house.
alone.
Yeah. And I remember coming back, and it sucked too because my trailer was like kind of back to like a small bunch of aspens. And I thought like I was hearing something, so like I would turn my flashlight on, and like which is the worst, right? Because you're only like so limited.
Gosh, yeah.
And then I just see like two eyes from afar in the woods. Like it looks, I don't. It definitely wasn't a bear. The eyes were too close. I never found out what it was, but I was super scared if
wolves
it was
or something. Would there be wolves? Oh, totally.
And it was just like it wasn't. It didn't seem like it was stalking me. I mean, it definitely could have been a deer. I don't know the difference of like the width of how far away their eyes are apart, but obviously their eyes reflecting.
Yeah.
Or it's just like that white orb, two white orbs, and like
it's so scary.
And I went back again. It was still just looking that direction towards me. Like I waited 5 minutes or something.
Did you go back inside? Like, were you waiting outside? I'm like,
no. I just kept checking. I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? I'm like, oh God.
Heinous.
That's another thing too. Yeah, just the woods and like.
Yes, and have you seen like stories of people in the Appalachians, like
skinwalker
stories?
I was mention skinwalkers. Yeah,
that gets me.
But then it's tough.
It's you're like, I don't know what to believe. Is that?
I know, because you want to like go out and be granola and camp, and you're to fucking worry about these
Bigfoot and giants and freaking skinwalkers and
things that have no explanation.
Yeah, and that's okay. I don't need to know. I don't want to know.
Signs.
I don't need to know.
Also
Signs is a great
scary.
movie. Signs, that part where they're watching that VHS.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought about. Yeah.
That
Walking Phoenix.
I thought of that for a while.
But I like how that ended.
Totally. Okay. Next one. Many years ago, I had an experience that kind of freaked me out. I was having a bad day mentally, and I was in my room painting my nails, and at the corner of my eye, I saw my mom. She had a face mask on, like a self-care mask, and she was wearing a shirt that she wore often. I asked her if she could get me a glass of water, and she walked away. 10 minutes went by, and she never got me my water. I stuck my head out of my room, and I saw my mom sitting on the couch. I said, "Hey, how come you didn't bring me my water?" She looked super confused and said, "What are you talking about? I've been out here the whole time. I never went by your room." It was 100% not my mom. We were the only ones home. Who was checking on me if it wasn't my mom? How crazy is that? Again, I don't want to see it. Do you have a hard time believing stories like that?
No. Oh. What the hell is it? You know, like, what is that?
And the thing I don't understand is like, okay, so yeah, it's a spirit, but why? Why are you taking the form of my mom? What do you want? You know?
Or like the different, I mean, obviously there's different levels to.
What if the mom was possessed for 2 seconds and didn't remember that whole interaction? Or, you know what I mean? Like,
how far, what extent does that go? How far can they go in like the.
I know, I always wonder that.
The physical world.
And that is exactly why I pulled this next one, because that's what I was going to ask you is I've always kind of thought like, okay, yeah, they can like haunt and scare and whatever. And maybe if they have like enough energy, they are able to like switch lights, open cupboards, like enter the physical space a little bit. But this one seems like a little extreme, but I wanted to get your thoughts. Once I was in bed with my now husband. Things could always go a bit off at my old house. Shadows, things going missing. This one night we were sleeping back to back and I felt someone grab my hair. And before I could react, I was slammed head first into the wall 3 times. I looked around and my boyfriend was fast asleep. I woke him crying. I still don't know what was in my old house or if it followed us to our new home. Can you believe that?
Slammed? Like what? Like she got picked up?
Like grabbed her head and slammed it against like the wall. Like the headboard wall.
Yeah.
Heinous. What? And that's where I'm like, can spirits do that? Can they physically harm humans?
I guess it just depends because like I guess how much like the history of a certain area or
how deep it goes.
Yeah, because like old buildings have like there's memories in it. Like it feels like the walls, like the energy in the building is like all the memories that had ever occurred there.
Have you seen the Ghost Adventures? Is that what it's called?
I actually just saw.
I've been seeing.
I just saw one the other night.
A whole episode or
No,
on
no, no. It was a
TikTok?
TikTok clip, and it was real.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
I thought it was a skit.
Uh-huh.
That's what people were saying in the fucking comments. But it was Discovery Channel posted it,
Uh-huh.
and it was that guy who was like
It's the main guy.
the whiskey. Did you see that one?
Uh-uh.
There's like a bottle of whiskey and a shot, and he's like,
Oh.
I've never felt like this before. And like the narrator was like, so and so has this weird impulse to drink the whiskey. Something is like this exterior person or whatever energy is making him want to drink the whiskey. And he's like, I've never felt like this before. I really want that whiskey. Like, and they were being serious. Like, it was like some ghost, like, giving him this impulse to fucking get drunk.
Really?
Everyone was like, looks, I've been possessed this whole time. Or like all the comments.
Oh my God.
Like, obviously people be fucking drinking and shit.
Yeah.
So it was just, I can't believe it was, I was like, that's where I was like, come on, dude.
I've seen some really funny
I just have to do it. He's like, I'm going to do it. And then the other guy was like, oh my God, you're going to get drunk, dude.
Oh,
it's like your third shot. And they're like, I was like, this is so
real.
hard to believe.
Yeah.
But it made me laugh. Everyone was just like, I've just been possessed this whole time.
I mean, that I have heard though, when you drink that you are more susceptible to spirits.
That makes sense too, though. Like,
well, it's like when you black out and you have no memory and you do things that you would normally never do. What other explanation is there if not possession?
Yeah, someone else is at the steering wheel.
Not to skirt any accountability for one's actions when they're blacked out, but it is common to be doing things that you would never do normally. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's not a normal situation.
It's like you're opening up this.
You're opening a portal.
Yeah, a portal of.
And you're also kind of like, I don't know.
Unsecure.
Carefree. Yeah, you're like, it's almost like getting rid of the password to your Wi-Fi. Someone else can like hook up to your Wi-Fi and then hack you.
Yeah, or like,
you know what I mean?
But then don't you always think that like you have like past members of your family like looking after you? I've always.
Oh my gosh, you literally keep giving me perfect segues to my next ones. Speaking of that, okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
It also can come in the form of your dreams too.
I almost never remember my dreams.
I had a really bad one last night.
You have bad dreams, like
I wake up like, all right. I'm like,
yeah.
But
that's weird that you have really bad. I mean, even as a baby, you would like just have night terrors.
Yeah.
Really crazy. You need to say Jerome.
Yeah,
Jeez.
maybe.
Okay. I had just gotten my license at age 16. I'm 28 now. And I was on my way to my god-awful after-school job in the next town over from ours. I was still brand new to driving, and I was scared of everything when behind the wheel. That's like the worst. You can't be a timid driver. That like makes you a bad driver, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I came to one of the only four-way stop lights in town and was the first one at the white line. I sat patiently for the light to turn green, probably fiddled with the radio a bit, just waiting for the signal to change. The light changed. I took my foot off the brake, and I was about to accelerate. Now, everybody's grandparents had something that they were known for saying, their little catchphrases, and my great-grandmother, who had passed 2 years prior, would always holler, "Hold your horses," when me and my siblings and cousins got rowdy or impatient. That's just what I heard as I took my foot off the brake. "Hold your horses," just as clear as if she was sitting right next to me. It scared the shit out of me, so I slammed my foot back down on the brake, and not a second later, an 18-wheeler came barreling through the intersection, having run a red light. I would have been flattened had it not been for Nana riding shotgun that day. Chills.
Damn.
But that's where I'm like, yeah, like this is like your spirit team looking out for you, you know? Like, I wonder how many times we get like nudges or whatever throughout our lives.
Yeah.
That lead us into like a safer direction.
Another thing of like instinct or those outer influences of where we have no idea where they come from. Kind of like ideas,
like intuition, right? Or yeah. These intangible prompts.
Like I've heard theories that like where ideas is like the source it comes from is like not a living being, but it's alive. Like something that is just like I don't know, like just a big fucking something ball of energy that because like where do ideas come from, right?
Source.
Source of what?
Life. People call it God.
Or the Holy Ghost.
It's interesting. I mean, having like left a religion, like to find what you believe in and how it still plays in with like what other people
like
believe.
Different. Like it's just constant learning, and like I guess because I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty open minded still.
Yeah, I'm super open minded, but I mean, I don't believe in organized religion, but I do believe that we're all talking about the same fucking things when we say God or universe or source. It's like this intangible higher power that we all like pray to, or you know what I mean?
There.
Why?
I'm gonna go up here real quick.
Oh God.
But this can just fade it out, fade it in.
Okay. Okay, wait, now tuck your hair into it. It's wild. Okay, yeah, perfect. Maybe pull down this front a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Speaking of passengers, I don't know why that every time you're talking about a story, I bring up
No, it's great. Like a
yeah, but it's a psychedelic thing. So there's
well, go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but it is creepy. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess I've never experienced it.
I guess I've never had a scary experience. Not on shrooms. Yeah.
But it was like after a festival, and I was just coming down, right? So I was still in the parking lot and just sitting in my car. But I definitely I was just like staring forward, right, listening to music. But I could just like there was someone in my passenger seat, and there was people like in the rear view. Not like actual like I see people. It's just like I know or feel that there's definitely people. What?
I was thinking
The raccoon?
The game.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm ready. Just the way I didn't
It reminds me of like
you
probably didn't see This Is the End, right?
Yeah, of course I did.
When funny. Jonah Hill gets railed by the demon.
By the demon. Power of Christ compels you. I'm so sorry. Please continue. You might have don't start over.
Another thing.
No, just go back to what you were saying.
The power of Christ. Is that from the movie?
That's from the movie, yeah. They're trying to like exorcise Jonah Hill.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. It was just like the fact that I could feel like my car was full of passengers.
Got it. While you were driving?
No, I was chilling.
Oh.
I had to wait until I was coming down, you know?
Got it. But you felt presence.
Yeah, but not only that, but like I'm being like I'm being looked at. Yeah.
Ew.
And you're just sitting there and
Do you think that they're judging you?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I'm just kidding.
I've always been curious though to like be by myself and like take a high dose and like just see
try to channel
where that journey goes. Yeah.
Scary. See, I'm too scared to do that because you really have to do like a little, maybe even verbal like protection.
It would have to be
like white light around you, like
of like building up to it, but like
set
clearing,
the scene,
yeah, exactly,
saging the whole thing. Oh my gosh, my heart is like intermittently racing throughout this whole thing. I'm just like a little scared.
Scared piggy.
I have to tell you, like, oh my God, when I was like looking these up, I kept like. It was like dark, nighttime, middle of the night. Logan's gone, Sienna's asleep. I'm in the kitchen by myself at my computer. Like, most of the house is dark. I kept like feeling like I kept seeing things,
like hearing something through the baby monitor.
Oh my God, I'm not kidding. I keep saying I'm not kidding, as if anyone would not believe this. But I'm always looking at her thing, and obviously she's like enshrouded in darkness, and I'm just so scared. If I ever just see like someone's footsteps walking up to her or like a figure over
in the carpet.
Oh my gosh, anything. Even someone's literal feet. I don't know.
Nah, I feel like you would just see like
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Some of these stories, they saw their physical family members manifested. So it's just so scary. Okay, I have one more story.
Okay.
And then that's it. When I was little.
That was scary. I'm joking. Go ahead.
That's the end of the story. When I Okay.
When I was little. Jesus
Shut
Christ.
the fuck up. Okay. When I was little, I was at this house of one of my mom's friends from church. I was playing in one of the upstairs bedrooms. This room was sort of creepy because it had a little door that opened up into an attic space. I feel like I've always had attic. The attic space has always been in my room.
That reminds me.
And maybe that's why I was so scared of that room.
I've had an attic room and it's like,
oh gosh,
you think something's up there.
100%. Well, let's see. The attic space was narrow and went back a ways, so it had exposed studs and insulation and was used for storage. I remember hearing something moving around in the attic space, so I opened the little door. I'm like, why would you open it? Why would you even bother? Anyways, okay. This is where I'm like, why do people in scary movies go outside with a flashlight when they hear something? Like you hear something. You're going outside of the flashlight in the middle of the woods by yourself. I can't. Why would you? What possesses you to do that instead of just stay inside it for safety? Like, what possesses you to do that? A demon possessed you to do it.
No, I had to go outside to turn my power back on.
Right.
Because you gotta imagine it's cold as fuck.
I could not have ever done that experience.
A radiator.
I could have never done that. What you did, living out there in the woods.
Yeah, I didn't mention it, but I think that as far as my 20s, I know this is back to the Freeze episode. Quick side note, that was definitely a big thing in my 20s.
Yeah, going off and doing that. Yeah. Good for you.
So not many people can say that.
Not many people can say that, but we had. Okay. I remember hearing something moving around in the attic space, so I opened the little door, but it was very dark and I didn't see anything there, so I closed it. As soon as the door shut, I heard loud scratching sounds from behind the door, and it gave me the chills. So once again, I opened the door and was immediately shocked because now there's a light on in there, a light bulb that hung from the ceiling with a pull chain to turn it on and off, and the light bulb was swinging back and forth as if someone had just...
Have you ever gotten
I'm not done yet. Oh. I felt panic and I turned around to leave when I saw something that froze me in my tracks. In the bedroom was the shadow of a tall, skinny man standing a foot from me on the wall next to the attic door. The silhouette looked like he was wearing a full-length robe almost down to his feet. On his head was what looked like a tall brimmed hat. The shadow walked across the walls around the room and went out the door. And you know what? I probably saw 20 recent stories. This is a thing. The Hat Man phenomenon. Many people see a tall, skinny man with a tall brimmed hat and a long coat. That is like a reoccurring
1880s type, like Abraham
potentially,
Lincoln?
Yeah, let's say it's Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, haunting everyone. But that's literally a common phenomenon, and I kept seeing it. And then there's a subreddit, Hat Man, of everyone who share their Hat Man stories. And I'm like...
That reminds me of, what was that one? Oh, Slender Man.
Yeah.
That used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It was like a game you
Stories
played
like
in the woods.
I know. I've never played because I couldn't bear it. But yeah, the Hat Man phenomenon. After that story, I was like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done looking at stories. I kept seeing the Hat Man.
Yeah, that's the stuff like that is like, because then you think like you're next.
Well, it's also it's like the scratch. First of all, scratching noises, heinous. I can't with that.
I was gonna say, have you ever? Not that I can think of, or like, but gotten home and like there's no way I had that light on or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, I can't like think of any specific stories, but there's definitely been times where it's like, I know for a fact I put this here and now it's over there. Have you seen TikToks of people like glitch in the Matrix? This is like probably not related to paranormal activity, but just like, I lost this ring and then I found the ring and then the same ring that I lost and found was like in my jewelry box. So then they had two identical rings and they only ever bought the one. And it's like a vintage ring or an heirloom or something. You know what I mean? I've seen so many, and literally they'll show it. I mean, obviously people can easily, I guess, what's the word? Discount those stories or disprove them. But it's like,
as far as like,
who's going to make that up? Yeah. So many people have similar, that's the thing with like ghost stories, paranormal activity, aliens, even near-death experiences. All of these stories are so similar and they have such similar experiences. How can you deny?
But it's frustrating too because it cannot be proven right or wrong.
I know. But a lot of people believe in God.
Yeah. Well, it's like you'll never know. So just as
just enjoy life for as long as we have it. Oh my gosh. Those are all my stories.
Have you had any like
I'm just
scary like stories on Halloween, or maybe your favorite Halloween and why?
I really loved our childhood Halloweens. A lot of that had to do with the Mormon like church parties that we would have on the weekends.
Dope.
Like they were so good. And our parents would hand make all of our costumes. So some of my favorite costumes as a kid were like handmade.
Oh yeah, it was Obi-Wan.
Really quality. Like I had a Winnie from Hocus Pocus costume that was super good. My parents sewed the whole like green robes. I had a little like genie Bewitched. What's it? I don't even know. Like, I think it was like from the 50s. Like Bewitched. No, I don't know.
No, you were like Aladdin.
Genie. It was not Aladdin.
Who's Aladdin? What's the girl's name in Aladdin? Jasmine?
Yeah, but I was a genie.
So Robin
no, but it wasn't Aladdin related. I'll have to find photos. Wait, I'll post that on Halloween. I'll do like some like childhood.
You can post the one of me
Halloween ones.
Bumblebee.
Okay, and then Sienna.
Like do you have that one where like I was definitely too old to wear it, but I still did.
It was like a crop top almost on you. And you know what else is funny? I was like going through a bunch of family photos, not recently, but just periodically I do that, and I like 3 Halloweens in a row, I was like a ghoul or a ghost. And like mom and dad would just tease my whole head of hair, spray paint it white, just paint white all over my face, put me in like a little like poncho robe thing, and do like huge black circles around my eyes or like red.
Yes,
and I would just be like, ghosty girl.
Or
but I'm like, why did I choose those costumes? Like, why did I want that? I was in my dark era.
Yeah, I drove for Uber one Halloween. It was really fun just because seeing all the people come in. Like, I'm one time in the back seat, I had like a legit Darth Maul. Do you know that character from Star Wars? Yes, I do.
The red and black.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit. Like, it had the horns and everything. It was legit.
I do love when people really turn out for Halloween. Like, have you seen like Heidi Klum over the years? She spends probably like thousands of dollars on prosthetics that's what makes costumes. It fun.
Like going all out. You
gotta. We did not go all out today, but this was like a last minute costume, and this is like cozy.
Yeah, it's funny.
You just sharp.
I don't even know what a raccoon does. Yeah, maybe it's more like a rat though.
I think they're closely related. Aren't they all rodents?
Some people have pet raccoons.
Okay.
You have to have a license or something like that.
No way.
Yeah.
So what are you doing for this weekend? Do you have any Halloween plans?
No, not really. I just work. I know it's so boring.
Oh my God, I've never known you to not have plans.
I work. Tomorrow night, Lifetime's hosting a Halloween party.
Oh, cool.
I have to work it.
Oh.
But it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Are you wearing that?
No.
Tarzan?
Maverick.
That'll be more appropriate.
Probably. It's like a... Yeah, and
it's like a onesie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe if I get off early or something.
Someone hits you up.
More spontaneous.
Go with the flow. What about Tuesday, like on Halloween? Are you doing anything? Yeah.
I think
it's a Tuesday. It's
no. Monday, Tuesday is the Arizona Diamondbacks' first home games for the World fucking Series.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's nice, just even though I don't care about sports,
wild.
It's like
I didn't think about it.
I do have hometown pride.
It was so amazing. The energy when I was working downtown right next to the stadium, and when we won, like everyone outside was just honking their horns.
So fun.
It just felt like and they were doing it for like an hour after it was over.
I love that.
Yeah, it was like a big community. So
I do love this community.
When we host Monday, I can't imagine what like the vibes and energy is going to be like in the whole city.
Love it.
And especially if we win it, oh my God.
And we haven't won it since what, 2001?
We haven't been since 2001, but that was the same time we won it.
And that was the first year we moved to Tucson, and it was like...
Yeah, and it was actually, I think, a Game 7 against the Yankees in New York. Like when Derek Jeter and A-Rod played.
No way.
And we beat them, yeah.
No way.
And, so we haven't been since then.
Wow.
And then the playoffs we were just in to make it right now to the World Series. We haven't been there since 2007, I think. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. But, yeah, no, I mean...
Just hanging.
I will say I kind of failed the Halloween spooky
I wasn't into it this year. Sienna, she's not even a year and a half fully. So it's like she's just a little too young to like participate in anything. We're taking her to like a little fall fest thing this weekend, like local like mini
especially like somewhere
thing.
out here though. If you don't put yourself in those like haunted houses or watching more movies,
yeah, I know,
because it's still just like kind of hot. You know, I mean it's warm. It's
I know
we're
it doesn't
definitely on
feel.
the cusp. We're high of 83s
still,
now.
It just still
which is
doesn't
great.
feel like fall.
No, yeah.
And what did
Everything
I
looks
say?
the
What did I
same.
say when we were like freaking out? Oh, October 1st, it's fall. I'm like, I recall sweating on Halloween.
But
like,
no, it's been kind of nice at night.
Okay, at night. Maybe I don't get out enough at night.
I don't think you'll. It is, yeah, you're right. Regardless, it's pretty disappointing. However,
but we're almost there.
Yeah.
We complain about that every episode, but it's fine. Okay, great. Well, have a great Halloween. Happy Halloween. And follow and subscribe, rate and review if you feel so inclined. You can sponsor a coffee for an episode. We'll give you a shout out. We have the link of that in the show notes and on social media. So thank you for your support. And we'll talk to you again.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.